Women want to know what distinguishes us from men, but also brings value to the workplace. For years, women thought the workplace would value our emotions, the fact that we're more empathetic, compassionate, and nurturing. But when we tried to assert the value of our emotions, men just looked at us and said, "So what are you going to do? Make us sit around, hold candles, and sing songs?"
I like to build the world a home and furnish it with love.
Touting our emotions didn't get us anywhere, and after that, we got lost. We didn't recognize that we were trapped in a box that says men have all the right traits for the workplace and women don't. Well, it's time to break free of that box and start thinking like empowered women, women who recognize and assert their value and equality in the workplace. To realize our value to the workplace, we first have to understand that our workplace exists to make and then sell a product or service. That requires thinking and action, two traits we typically associate with men, especially thinking. After all, isn't it men who are the logical, rational, and objective ones? And don't we associate those traits with superior thinking? So when women go into the workplace and try to tout the value of our emotions, we can understand why that doesn't resonate. All it does is it reinforces that old myth that says men work from the left side of their brain and women from the right side. But let's stop for a minute and understand how our brains really function, because when we do that, we're going to rethink this question. Who do you think really has the better brain for the 21st century? Men and women's brains have many similarities, but also some important differences, especially in the way they're wired. Men, they have a lot of connections that run front to back on both sides of their brain. This gives them really good perception and coordinated action. They like kicking that ball through the goal and putting round pegs in round holes and square pegs in square holes. In women, our connections run different. They run from one side of our brain to the other. They run front to back, back to front. They run everywhere. And what this does is it connects the logical and analytical side of our brain with our emotions. Think about what that means. It means that women are every bit as logical, rational, and analytical as men, but our emotions give us a greater depth of understanding. After working with so many men, I think of it this way. Men work as if they have blinders on, but women, we have great awareness of what's going on around us. And in the 21st century workplace, that's a very valuable asset. Women naturally have what the male-dominated workplace calls situational awareness. And this is a trait it's trying really hard to teach to men. It keeps saying, guys, pick up your heads, take off those blinders, and pay attention to what's going on around you. Now, why is this so important? Well, it's because our workplaces today are very complex. There's a lot of activities going on all at once, and they all have to be brought together properly if we expect to get our work done. To understand how this works, let me give you an example from my very male-dominated industry of construction. When we think of construction, we think of an orderly process where we pour the foundation, erect the framing, then install the mechanical, electrical, roofing, and so on. To do that, we also have to manage labor, materials, and equipment. But that's not all. We also have to deal with design, safety, quality, environmental, financial, contractual, insurance, legal, and union issues. There's a lot going on all at once. So let me ask you this. Whose brain do you think is better suited to manage all that? Yep, it's the female masterpiece. As women, we need to stop focusing so much on our emotions and start focusing more on the way we think, because that's our strength and our value in the 21st century workplace. Think about that.
This is Dot Callahan asking you to help me turn the woman in the room into the women in the room. Sign up for my newsletter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, or find The Woman in the Room on Facebook. It's up to you. Just keep watching and sharing my videos.